So Side Order came out on the 22nd of February this year, and I completed it mostly, and I want to talk about it. This was Splatoon 3's make or break, the DLC that'll revive the game and make sales. And, no, no, it wasn't. I don't think it did its job, but it was a fun DLC anyways, and I'm here to review it. If you're new here, I'm Taco, that's Lemon, and this is Sunburn. He's my favorite little guy. Remember, this is all in my opinion, and you're entitled to your own opinion. And if you don't agree with my views, share your viewpoints in the comments below, and please be respectful, which is something the Splatoon community really needs to learn. But anyways, let's get into this. Also, spoiler warning, duh, it's in the title of the video, dude. Spoiler warning. So the tutorial was light work. I was on a call with my friend Lemon while going through most of the DLC, and I was just gushing over the animation because, oh my golly gee, the animations of Pearl Drone, Oct, and 8 are absolutely gorgeous. Splatoon 3 does a great job of adding expression to the player agents, both here and in the base game story mode with Neo 3. 8 is absolutely adorable in this. All of the characters are, except Marina, because oh my god, I was not expecting what they did to her. If the goal was to give 8 more trauma, they did it. I love how everyone expected her to be the final boss, but the devs gave us the middle finger to those theories and punch us all in the gut. Kind of like how 8 got absolutely punched in the ball sack when they discovered what happened to Marina. Poor thing. After the tutorial, we finally get into the meat and cakes of the DLC, the Spire of Order. But before we get into that, we've got to talk about the lockers because this is the main reason why I completed the DLC with all 12 pallets, which pallets are the weapon kits if you didn't know. Which, side note, some of the weapon kits are the same from the base game to the DLC, but the ones with new kits are absolutely cracked, and I really wish that the weapon skins that you unlocked from this had those kits, because these are better than the actual kits they're based on. Hell, better than the slop we got from Fresh Season 2024. You get these pallets from the lockers, and completing the Spire with a pallet gives you more locker keys, which are the things you need to open lockers. Shocking. You also can get 2 other things from the lockers. Pearls for upgrades, are very disappointing, and Marina's Dev Diaries, which lets us feast on lore, which I absolutely went feral for and I completed the DLC for. I'ma be real, some of these diaries are a nothing burger. Marina needs to take a hint. I don't care about your world tour, tell me about the toothpaste octos! But what she wrote here is delicious. Basically, Marina is developing this game codenamed Project Members, which is the setting of the DLC, by the way, and its function is to have sanitized Octolings play the game, and by climbing the Spire of Order, they gain their memories back every floor they clear by doing a task that relates to their memory. Which, side note, Marina, I don't think playing Splat Zones, Burning, and Rotting in Hell Edition is a great way to remember your 13th birthday party. That's the basic gist of the diaries, but if you haven't read them, go read them! If you love Splatoon's characters, it is a crime if you're holding off on reading them. It adds so much to these characters and makes me appreciate them way more, which before this DLC, I didn't bat an eye towards 8, Marina, and Pearl. But after this DLC, I have the urge to draw fan art. I'd have to buy merch of them and kiss Oct. Speaking of Oct, their 3 extra diaries are a treat. I love how they show pictures of Octarian soldier life, and it's kind of a snapshot of how Octarian soldier life is as well. Which, I love enemy octos, so I ate this up like a Walmart egg roll. Which, I love Walmart egg rolls. The gameplay loop of this roguelike is to pick a floor, get a color chip from the floor, and complete the objective associated with the floor. There are 30 floors to get through, and you get a selection of 3 stages with an objective and a color chip tied to that stage for each stage. There are 4 objectives: chasing a polite fish around, kill the enemy spawners, tower control but turbine, and hell. All of the other objectives are fine, but I don't know why Splat Zones is so unbearable here. But I know, it's because of you! You turn your back on them once and they drew on the zone once and it's gone. And don't even get me started on zone maps with 2 zones. It's like babysitting 2 children, except you can't just give them an iPad and have them shut up and constantly have to make sure they aren't getting assaulted by flying fish that don't know how to keep their mouths closed. God, I hate Splat Zones. There are 2 special floor types, Run Ender and Unreasonable. Danger floors are bad and bonus floors are good, but some bonuses are again unreasonable. Yeah, thanks game. I'm just not gonna use the core mechanics of the game for a few extra cents. You're too kind. The only times I'm okay with bonus floors are when they give me an ungodly amount of colored chips. Those are really fun. Now for danger floors, they have this mechanic where if you don't take a danger floor when it's an option, more and more will show up so you have to bite the bullet. I'm a law-abiding citizen and I haven't had a problem with that. But some of these dangers are brutal. Good luck with no item drops plus no Pearl Drum with an item drop and Pearl Drum build. Ahem, Pearl's entire palette. God, Pearl's palette is doo-doo. Which is very much a run killer if you don't have the option to go back in the elevator. The story here is as tasty as the lore, so basically Marina got some Octoling engineers to help develop the members game, and the engineers had doubts because of the drastic change of life that the Octolings went through when coming to the surface. And these doubts birthed the child. Smollusk is an amazing villain and one of my favorites. He's just a tiny baby and makes the DLC teeter on the line of child abuse. He just wants order to rule to make his basically parents happy. But the way he tries to achieve this is a new low. Yeah, blending up Octolings into a paste is messed up. But this guy uses CQ phones, which everyone has, to connect their souls into the members. And the pallets are also people's souls? What? Apparently, on the outside of the game, everyone in Inkopolis Square is just spacing out until we reach the final boss. Like, imagine you're visiting the square for the first time and just see basically zombies just staring off into space, mimicking a city scene, but static. Yeah, I'd get secondhand embarrassment too. The Overloader boss fight ranges in difficulty and I love it. The variation of phases that it'll spit out keeps my cockiness in check, especially the reef spiders and especially the stingray phase. It's a really fun game of, do I play it safe or do I get that final hit on the tentacle? Then I pick the final hit and die to stingray, which isn't even in this game! And have to do the entire phase all over again. Gotta hate stingray! The music in this fight is really good as always, and the finale of the DLC is top notch. The stakes are high and the timing of everything is amazing and surprised me. I love Ox moment when her eye shows, and the part where you have to mash A on a dark screen is great. 10 out of 10 ending. Before we finish this video up, we need to talk about the most important part of the DLC. Where's Agent 4? What they do have here will tide me over for at least 6 more months, but not for much longer. Why are they so hesitant to use this character? It's baffling, and this is supposed to be the final game of the Splat trilogy. The absolute shade Pearl throws at Agent 4 when you get their palette, and even Smollusk throws shade in its notes. And it's shocking as a 4 fanatic and validates our fan canon of people don't appreciate 4 for what they did. 4's involvement into the members is fun though. Marina hired them to be head of security of the members project, and I like to headcanon one day on the job 4 was patrolling the members through the comfort of their own home computer, and accidentally messed with some of the files, Epic Mickey style, and caused side order. Also about 4's security gig, we can't mention side order 4 without mentioning parallel canon. The parallel canon reveal was so hype for me and Tree, and made this boss fight a treat to play each run. And parallel canon is conceptually so cool, and people's fan arts make them even cooler. They're also super cute, and I'd love to have some merch of them. Also, the lore reason of their existence is something I love. Basically, Smolsk saw 4, insulted them, and then cloned them for a security force, and the lesser cannons are, may I reiterate, so cute! Even though 4's involvement in this DLC was small, it was nice to have. 4 as a character means so much to me, and helped me through some rough times, and I appreciate any content featuring them. On its own, I don't think Side Order will be able to sell more copies of Splatoon 3. But for those like me who paid for the DLC back in Fresh Season 23 and fell off the game, this was a breath of fresh air and really reminded me why I love this game and franchise so much. This DLC was worth the wait and even got me back into playing multiplayer again. I can't wait to see where they take the story next in a spin-off or Splatoon 4. Thanks for watching, and bye.